You're inspired about something. You're lit up. It feels so right. So you take action. You're moving forward. You're excited. And then you start to feel doubt and fear and some negativity. And it doesn't feel as right. So there's a couple of things going on there. You need to question those feelings. Let them come out, because there's probably some really good information about what you're perceiving and how you can change that. And then it's probably just your state. Like you let something bother you, got irritated by something else, and it's now dripped into this experience. So you just need to change your state. Go have some fun. Be grateful. When you're not feeling in flow with what the divine has put into your heart, you gotta change your state. Question what's going on, and then change your state, and then see if you're back in flow with that inspiration, with what lit you up. You are the image and the likeness of God right now. In my life group, we were focusing on a verse in Mark that starts out, have faith in God. And then later it says, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it'll be yours. Believe that you have received it is the magical part. Right now, you're the image and likeness of God, which means right now, you're more than enough. Right now, you are healthy. Right now, you are so, so loved. Right now, you express infinite intelligence. It's right now. And Jesus says, when you embody that, when you believe that, then it's yours. Your prayers are answered. You're the image and likeness of the divine. Embrace that. It's now. Feel it. Let's live that. I've always found that when something feels bad, I'm not seeing the situation or the person through the eyes of God. I'm seeing it from my limited perspective. So ask yourself, how does God see this? How does infinite intelligence, divine love, see your situation? It's a great question to sit with and to really listen. If you can only hear your perspective, that's your cue to change your state so that you can connect to the divine. I like to dance, exercise, listen to praise music, go be in nature. Whatever works for you to start to release the heavy state. Once you feel lighter, ask the question again and be open to God's grace and intelligence. Divine love always surrounds you. You're always connected to the divine. We just have to get ourselves into a space where we're tuned into God so we can hear His wisdom that brings freedom and peace. What's God's view? Pleading and knowing are two completely different perspectives, vibrations, emotions. They're going to result in different outcomes. Are you pleading with life? I need this. Or I don't like this because it should be this way. Or is there a knowing that this desire that touches your soul will be a part of your experience? You don't know how, but there's a knowing. Your whole outlook, nervous system, all things will be in harmony when you're coming from a knowing that all things are working for your good. There's an openness and an allowing that guides you. If you want something and you feel a pleading arising up in you, it's great information. There is some type of fear guiding this pleading. Question what's behind the pleading or the fear. Have compassion with that part of you that is fearful or anxious. What does that part of you need to hear? Love on that part of you. Listen, be open. Infinite intelligence, divine love is talking to you right now. Are you ready to receive it? If I'm trying too hard, I'm pushing, things aren't working out, I like to think, all right, I'm going to let God rearrange this. He's got the bigger picture. He knows my desires. He knows the easiest path. It's kind of like the GPS. I can think, oh, I know the fastest way. I know the right way. This is where I should turn. And I turn and it's not right. I love that the GPS reroutes me to get me to where I want to go. That's how God is. We can just let go of our plans, let go of forcing, let go of this is the way it needs to be, let go of getting in our head. That's the issue up here when we're thinking too much. We can just relate into the presence of God and allow Him to take over and guide us. All we have to do is just really listen and feel Him in our heart. Want real power? Embrace God's perspective. I know it's my responsibility to keep filling myself up with the divine, with the blessings in this world, so I can stay above all the negative stuff. All that stuff that sucks you in and doesn't feel good. And most of the time, I can't do anything about it, or it isn't my business. It feels so freeing when I stop pushing against the hard moments and I release into the presence of the divine. The presence of love washes over me. I know that God is all powerful, all present, and a new perspective emerges for me. Powerful. You're blessed and you're a blessing. Let's live that life. I feel like this one habit of writing down what I'm grateful for in a journal every single night has been the most powerful tool of my life. It helps me connect to God every night through gratitude. On those tough days, it helps me change my focus and uplift my spirit. In the beginning of writing down what I was grateful for, I consciously looked for the good in each day because I knew that I was going to have to write down what I was grateful for. Now it's natural for me to see the good, and it rubs off on everybody that's around me. My children have been brought up daily sharing what they are grateful for. And my husband knows when I'm writing down what I'm grateful for, I'm going to look over at him and ask him, what are you grateful for today? It was a habit he had to create as well, but now he can easily tell me. If you just listen to the news and get hypnotized by the ads, it feels like life isn't working for you, but it is. When something hurts, it's my signal that I'm not looking through the eyes of God. Every day, I choose the truth that I am the image and likeness of God. I see the world through the lens of life is working for me. I must be diligent about claiming and seeing that in the world because we live in a society that amplifies the negative. I choose the perspective that all things are working for me. I focus on the beauty around me. I have compassion with that person who is struggling, and I remind myself that that is God's precious child who doesn't feel God's presence right now. Divine love surrounds me and everyone else, and I claim that every day, multiple times a day. You're blessed and you are a blessing. When you can tune into who you are, the whole world will begin to transform for you. The lens through which you see the world affects everything. You are loved and loving and more than enough to embrace the amazing you, to connect to your highest self. Start with appreciation. What do you appreciate about yourself? When you're in appreciation, you're connected to God, source, divine. By connecting to your highest self, you're tapping into the divine flow. Tune in and feel the love and let it shape your perception of yourself and the world. Know in your heart, blessings are coming. Thank your negative energy. Thank your negative emotions. Anytime you're feeling negative, it's your alarm. Ding, ding, ding. Hey, you're not seeing things through your highest perspective. You're not seeing things through the divine. You might be right about every single thing that's going on in your experience, but you're not connected to your highest self and you're not seeing life through that lens. Thank that alarm because things in your life only flow when you're connected to your higher self. When you're connected to source, to God, to divine love, you feel amazing and things flow. If the negative has a hold on you, then drop that subject completely. Go do something else. And when you are feeling better, then bring the subject back up and ask God, how do you see this? Then listen and expect answers. And now you can hear your next step. Thank you, negative emotions, for waking me up and guiding me to my next level of blessings. A precious side effect of this powerful mindset, coupled with the intention of self-love, is it brings amazing spiritual growth. Ever felt that inner pull towards something greater than yourself? That's where self-love intertwines with the spiritual journey. It's about acknowledging your connection to God, divine love, the source of all blessings in this world. You are the expression of this amazing love, and your worthiness is undeniable. You were chosen to be here, and this knowing allows you to release into the love that is you. From this place, you're in flow with life and allowing your light to shine and bless every aspect of your life. I wonder how God views this. This is one of my favorite questions to ask myself when I am feeling disconnected, sad, angry, really when any negative emotion arises. I've always found that when something feels bad, I'm not seeing the situation or the person through the eyes of God. I'm seeing it from my limited perspective. I like to remind my clients that they might be right about every single thing that they are saying, but after I ask them how God sees it, they always say they are not seeing the situation through the divine's eyes. So ask yourself, How does God see this? How does infinite intelligence, divine love, see your situation? It's a great question to sit with and to really listen. Divine love always surrounds you. We just have to get ourselves into a space where we're tuned into God so we can hear His wisdom that brings freedom and peace. What's God's view? Be open to new information and guidance. Take time to really listen. Infinite intelligence is always talking to you, so you have to get to a place where you can hear. We can't hear in those lower states when we feel in a low negative vibration. Sometimes we'll get a little bit of relief in those low vibes because anger feels better than depression. But if you want to truly listen for your next right steps, feel the presence of love. Feel the presence of joy and excitement. When you're feeling at a higher level emotion that feels good, take a second and relax and see what's coming to you, because God is always talking to you. You just have to get in alignment with Him and with your highest self and with love and with joy, peace, all of those emotions that reflect who you truly are. It's exciting. Life is talking to you right now through how you feel. Keep doing what feels wonderful and learn from what doesn't feel good and make adjustments. You're the image and likeness of the divine. Embrace that. It's now. Feel it. Let's live that.